Hello YouTube, it's your girl Clarissa here back with another video. So I decided to go ahead and do a voiceover today because I recorded this makeup get ready with me thing and I didn't like the video. I didn't really know how to edit because your girl is new to all of this, so I decided it'd be easier for me to do a voiceover. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you've been here for this short little time, I appreciate your support and hopefully that support will continue. So today today I'm actually recording a voiceover, but in this particular video that I did record last week, I'm just planning some makeup. I wasn't really going anywhere in particular. I just really enjoy planning makeup sometimes and getting all cute and girly. It's very important that I do something where I'm learning a new skill and being productive, because it just makes me feel better. If you know, my mental health has not been in the best place. I've talked about the reasons why a little bit on this channel. So yeah, so right now, as you guys can see, I've already washed my face. I'm using Curology right now. It's been working pretty well, as you guys can see, and I went in with that Powerless primer because I do have really big pores like on my cheeks and my forehead. So yeah, I guess that's supposed to help with that. Now I'm just going in with my Maybelline eyebrow pencil and just kind of using the spooler part to brush up my brows and the pencil part to fill it in, as you guys can see. So I'm pretty sure I won't be talking the entire 20 minutes of this video. All of the products that you guys will be seeing, I'll make sure I link them download in the description box. I'm not a makeup guru. I do not do makeup. I'm not a makeup artist. I didn't go to school for makeup. I just like playing in it. To be quite honest with you, I'm 31. I'll be 32 this year, and I'm just reaching this point in my life where I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of stuck. I'm in a midlife crisis. I'm trying to learn new things and try new things and just kind of figure my life out right now, because your girl has been kind of stuck and lost. Now I'm just carving out my brows using that NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. I'll make sure I link the right shade that I'm using in the description box. But yeah, I'm just using this brush that I bought for Amazon, which I'll also leave below in the description box. But I'm just using that brush to carve out my brows, making sure I'm blending it in nicely. This concealer is actually a matte finish, which I did not know, but I don't mind a matte finish because I do kind of get oily a little bit in the day anyway. So after a while, it just kind of like sets in and it just works out. So yeah, it leaves a nice natural dewy look once those oils start to come in from my skin, even though it is a matte finish. The foundation I'm going to be using is matte too. But yeah, anywho, like I was saying, I just feel like I'm just in a midlife crisis right now. I'm just trying to find myself all over again. So if you don't know, June of last year, my brother died suddenly. It is February of 2022, and my family and I just got back the cause of death. So these past few days, I've been really, really emotional. And yeah, 2021 was an absolute wreck. I'm so glad it's over, and I'm so glad we're starting a new year, because I feel like I just got a fresh start now, and like I said, I'm just figuring it out. Now that I'm going in with one of my favorite foundations. This is the Fenty matte foundation. I forgot the shade. I'll make sure I link it down below. But I really like it because even though at first I thought it was going to be a little too dark for my skin, but my skin is, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I have a warm undertone, and I really like how this foundation gives that warm undertone, especially since I have a lot of different skin tones in my skin. Even though I am a browner skin complexion, I have a just warmer tone, so this foundation, it just kind of balances it out in those areas in my face where I do tend to be bright, which is the center part, like under my eyebrows, my forehead, my chin. I just brighten it up with concealer. So in the end, it all balances out. So you guys will see it. Hopefully you will like. But I'm using my wet, what's this brand called? It's not a beauty blender. The Techniques brand. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm using that sponge, and I did wet it, so it is like, damp, where if I squeeze it, no water's coming out, but it is damp enough. It just helps with the application of the foundation. Now I'm going in with that same Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer to conceal under my eyebrows and brighten it up a bit. So what I like to do is I kind of like to go down the bridge side of my nose. So it kind of creates a contour. I'm not the best at it. I still need to practice on it. I get my smile lines because they are very prominent. I get under my chin and in the middle of my forehead. And later on, I'm going to do my nose contour. You guys will see that later. So yeah, I'm making sure I do that, adding some more to my chin. But I don't know. I just feel like, this midlife crisis, and I don't know, y'all. I'm just showing off my physique update. To those of you guys that don't know, let me talk about that for a second. So I love fitness. Fitness helps me to deal with my mental health. It's a way for me to just get all of that negative energy out, all those thoughts and stuff that I have in my head when I'm overthinking. It just helps me to just calm down. So I made fitness videos here on my channel before, but I was open and honest in those videos, but at the same time, like I said earlier, I'm just feeling like I'm trying to find myself all over again. So even though I was being consistent at the time, I did fall off. So it's been, at the time I recorded this video, which was last week, I hadn't been to the gym in 2 weeks, which is why I hadn't posted any fitness stuff, because I haven't been doing any fitness stuff. So I just needed something new, something that was going to get me going. So I started to go to CrossFit. I actually joined a CrossFit gym not too far from my house. I've done CrossFit before a few years ago, but at the time I just wasn't making enough money to afford it. So now I actually can afford it. I went ahead and invested in a really good CrossFit gym, minority owned, down the street from my house. It's extremely diverse. I absolutely love it. And it's been so great for my mental health, especially with on Wednesday of last week. Today is the 13th of February, and on Wednesday of last week we found the cause of death of my brother. So going to CrossFit has definitely helped me to get all of those emotions out. And so yeah, it's been helping me feel better, because these days I'm just up and down. So what you guys just saw, I used my beauty blender to blend out that concealer, and now I'm going in with one of my favorite Maybelline Fit Me loose setting powders. I have a translucent powder that I was using by, what's that brand everyone likes? I don't know, Laura Mercier. But it was just leaving me flashback, because us darker skinned girls, yeah, that flashback, I was looking very ghostly and ashy. I just don't like that. Even though I wasn't going to take pictures, I still just don't like it. So I prefer using this loose setting powder, and it's in a darker skin tone. I link it down below. It doesn't leave me all white and ashy looking, so I really like that. And I just put some on my blender, dab it in my skin, and just blow off the excess. And I just set it in my skin. I don't bake, because I don't like the way that looks. I just set it in my skin, and boom, there you go. So back to CrossFit. It has been really helping me a lot with my mental health. Because I don't know, if you've experienced the loss of a loved one, or especially like a very close loved one, like a sibling or something, then you understand the pain that I'm feeling right now. So yeah, it's been a difficult adjustment, but at least now that we know how he died, my brother, we can actually try to move forward. Because before we were just trying to trying to get a clear picture to a puzzle that had missing pieces. And now that, and when you're in that state of mind, so many thoughts run through your head. But now that you finally see that picture more clearly, it's more visual, you're like, okay, this is what happened. And you can just face that truth and that honesty and do what you can with it. Unfortunately, all we can do is just try to cope and move on. This is the new norm for me now, and it absolutely sucks, but I'm doing much better these days, especially with joining CrossFit. I absolutely love CrossFit. I hope that you guys will get to see some CrossFit content from me soon. I'm very rusty. As far as my eating goes, I am still working on that. That is still the battle for me. I binged on a whole pack of Oreos because I'm an emotional eater. Sorry if that triggers anyone. I apologize, but I am an emotional eater. I binged a whole pack of Oreos. So it's up and down. One thing I'm working on is not focusing so much on tracking my macros, but I'm just going to try to focus on making healthy choices instead and not overeat. The food is going to be there tomorrow. And I'm not going to starve or deprive myself. I'm just going to listen to my body and make healthy choices, and we're going to see how they go. Now, I am going to track a little bit because I actually do enjoy tracking, but I just don't want anything that's going to be super duper strict, So, back to the makeup tutorial. What I'm doing here is I'm using this CoverGirl bronzer, full spectrum, I think, and I'm just contouring, using that bronzer to just contour my natural cheeks. I have a more structured face. I do think I dragged the contour down a little too far. What I prefer is, I just dragged it down too far. And what I would prefer is to just stop where my natural contour stops it instead of just going beyond that point. So if I could go back, there's something I would correct on this, but I think it still turned out pretty good. So one thing I have truly loved so much about doing makeup is, I don't know, I do love how it enhances your beauty, and it's just so fun to me. It really is very relaxing. It gets me out of my head. It's something productive to do instead of just sitting around watching TV. It's important to always be learning new skills. So I guess this helps me with this midlife crisis, even though it's not a midlife crisis. Just, life is just difficult at this moment for me. And learning new skills is just something that I've always wanted to do, but I've just been so scared to do it. And I guess now that I'm just at this point in my life where I'm just tired of being scared and tired of being hesitant, tired of talking myself out of doing things, because I want a certain life for myself, and I'm never going to be able to get there if I'm always just letting my anxiety take over and talk me out of things. So, we're challenging ourselves this year. We're stepping outside of our comfort zone. We're not caring about what other people think about us. We're just following our heart and doing what we want to do. So, yeah. So right here, I'm using that loose setting powder to make a sharper contour, because I didn't like how everything just looked so dark right there in that spot part of my jaw. So using the loose setting powder to carve out a more sharper contour, it's something I really like. And now I'm gonna go in with, I forgot what this stuff is called. I forgot what this is called. But I use this to kind of put some more color back to my skin, and it helps with blending out those really sharp lines of demarcation from my bronzer. So yeah, it was leaving it looking a little white and ashy. So using this powder here just kind of add some color back in, and I just dragged it up to my bronzer to make it look a little bit more blended instead of making it looking crazy defined. I do not like that, so I want it to be more blended. And that's pretty much what I use that for. Basically, I think that looks a lot better. I do think the other side is still a little sharper than what I expect, but we're getting better, guys. Just don't be too hard on yourself. Practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. This year, I really want to just, as I was saying, step out my comfort zone more, challenge myself more, do more things that I've been really wanting to do. Because even though I built a pretty good life for myself, you know, I'm 31 years old, I'm not married, I don't have any kids, I'm single, I have a master's degree, I have a career that I actually truly do enjoy, but you know, we all still have goals, and I just know that even though I love my job, it's not going to help me reach my financial goal. So I would love to practice new skills and learn new skills this year for things that I actually really enjoy doing, and just see what happens, because you just never know. Just keep going, and you know, if you just stop, then you'll never know how the end result would be, because you didn't even give yourself a chance. So don't quit, just keep going. If people talk about you, whatever, just brush it off and keep it moving, because if ain't nobody talking about you, then you ain't doing shit. So I realized I forgot to really contour or carve out the center of my nose with that concealer. So I went back and did that with a lighter concealer, but the same one, just in a lighter shade. And I said it was a loose setting powder. I'm going in with this really old Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. It's like one of her very first ones. I'm pretty sure like it expired because it's hella old, but I still like it, still works, and it doesn't cause me any skin problems, so whatever. But I went in with that brown shade, I think Buns, and I just used this eyeshadow brush, and I just put it in my crease, and I just went back and forth like a windmill, or windshield wiper. Yeah, windshield wiper. And yeah, to just blend. And I did the same thing to the other side, and I think it turned out to look pretty good. So I'm not good at makeup, y'all, but you know, different things work for different people, and if you just keep practicing, then you'll find what works for you. So, you know, follow the tutorials and stuff online and all the tips and tricks that you find online, because that's what's going to help you get better. But don't be too scared to, you know, try something that works for you, because not everything's going to work for everybody. Your girl's been trying to learn how to braid forever to the scalp, and you know, I'm just at the point like, screw it, and I just rock my little people on stocking pigtails. So do what works for you, whatever works for you. Now I'm going in with this Trophy Wife highlighter. I used the same brush I used for my blush, but the blush is the Anastasia Beverly, by the way. I used that same brush, and I end up just going in with my finger because I don't like for it to be super duper sharp. So my finger helps blends it out. And this is just some regular Maybelline mascara. Y'all, mascara all does the same thing. And I set it with some Urban Decay all nighter spray. I don't know what happened to that clip. Maybe it went, I don't know. But this is what I got, y'all. I love it. I think it looks absolutely amazing. So yeah, this is pretty much what I would do if just for an everyday look, nothing too crazy. If you're not good at makeup, just do something really simple like this, and it looks so nice. I think I did a fantastic job. Looking back on this video, I see what errors I can correct, but that's why we're doing this. So thank y'all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I promise you I'm gonna find my way. I actually really enjoy this. This is something else that I wanted to do and learn how to do. So I'm gonna keep going. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'm out, guys.